playing field.
This could be good. Not a gimme, well within his range.
On sait très bien qu'il y a Rory McIlroy, enfin Rory McIlroy, mais il y a eu
-2 early in the round. Trying to get the round off to a good start.
On va essayer de faire les moins
The ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in, but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in 1.
On se gâte, allez. En espérant qu'on soit droit.
That was not a very good read right there. This would be a huge momentum swing.
Well, certainly hit the ball in the right place there, and yeah, good thing too. He's actually putting well.
Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers.
Connexion. Je crois que je vais changer. S'il y a des opérateurs qui voient cette vidéo, franchement. Si vous me donner une meilleure connexion que ça, franchement, moi j'achète. Je suis premier.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up.
C'est 17. 17, non, ça vous fait 8. Non, ça fait 6, 7. Ouais, 6, 6.
He's got a love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the 4th.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second.
Il se reconnaîtra. Hervé, tonton gros poisson, il va se reconnaître également. Tunisie, il va se reconnaître également.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Split the fairway, but that just a gorgeous swing. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
Oh putain, ça descend, ça tourne. On va essayer de faire un petit truc sympathique.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man.
See?
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Dropping like dominoes out here. 6 under par, another birdie. Hole number 5 of the first par 5 we've seen today. This fairway looks like it narrows quite a bit, Frank. Are you thinking eagle when you step up onto the tee?
Well, you could, especially if you've got a little bit of breeze behind you, but it's quite wide in the driving area with the exception of those 3 bunkers on the right that just sort of pop out. But if you can get it past those, this par 5 is very reachable.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Le terrain il fait quoi? Ouais, ça monte. Ouais, bon, je vais faire à 78. Je crois que ce serait pas mal. Non, 79.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Now 8 under on the day.
Ah, next lap aussi.
Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot. 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway, and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
Une petite frite.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
Dès qu'il fait un mauvais coup, il pète un plomb, il jette son putter,
Frank, he might like this one. He might like. Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt. Over the ball here at the 7th. And Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3, and very, very close to a bunker called the Shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 11th.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way.
Magnifique.
Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back eagles, but it certainly is something to watch.
Par 3 8th hole here at the Open Championship, and Frank, why is it so difficult to get the ball close here?
There's the bunker on the left side. There's a little bit of a downslope there. This is the first par 3 that you'll play, and it's just tough to judge that distance perception. You've really got to be accurate on your yardage
Comme vous voyez, voilà. Alors là, c'est direct, c'est pas grave. Oh, c'est pas
what a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the old course all about avoiding the pot bunkers. They're so nasty. This is a good example here, the 9th hole.
Yeah, the pot bunkers really to be avoided are the ones in the middle of the fairway, but there are some that sneak in on the left side, plus that gorse on the left. If you can carry that last one, which is called the end hole, then there's a chance to perhaps drive the screen.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, dude, that's an eagle. Starting the second 9 here at the Open Championship, Frank, with a par 4 10.
Well, this is another chance really to drive a par 4, especially if you're a game, but you've got to hit that tee shot a little left of those 2 bunkers that are just short and right of this green. But gorse down the left, you've still got to be careful. Don't just flail away. But this hole, what a great name. It's called Bobby Jones.
This is a good-looking shot.
Ça va être pas mal, ça va être pas mal.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. This from about 10 feet.
Wow, c'est quoi ce putt? 3, faut que je descende à 3-0-3. À 3-3. On va faire 3-4. Ah, c'est quoi ce putt? Voilà, franchement, j'y vais à la bonne. Là, je m'en doutais.
Man,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Quand vous voyez le serpentin qu'il vient d'avoir, franchement, c'est une chance sur 2. Ça rentre ou ça rentre.
Frank, number 11
c'est pas grave, on est
is
moins
really one of the
16
more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the 2 bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those 2 bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
That is a handful. 5 birdies now for the round. What a day. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden Estuary to the right. Obviously a nice view of the township of St Andrews in the distance. But long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker short. But either into the breeze or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway.
How about that terrific approach shot setting up a makeable eagle putt? Shouldn't be a problem here.
Donc là, ça descend de 12, 17, ça fait 19, 19, 19, ça fait 19, ça fait 2, 2, 2. On va faire 2, 3. Oui, c'est la bonne force, mais
don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Ça va le faire.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Oh oui, on fout là. On va essayer de choper le green. À mon avis, ça m'étonnerait que je vais sur le green, mais bon.
Oh my goodness, that is on in 1. Wow, what an incredible shot. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
14, ça fait 16 tours. On va faire 16-1.
Almost. Wow. You like that right there, Frank?
Beautiful lag putt. Great pace.
L'alignement.
And getting ready for the putt. And he has it for birdie.
Alignement mauvais.
Frank, the 14th is a big par 5, chance to make a big move, but also possibility of making a big number if you're not careful.
Yeah, you've got to be very aware of the out of bounds on the right side, even though it does move to the right. Ideal tee shot is down the right side that gets very close to that, because then that opens up the second shot and keeps that tee shot away from that crop of bunkers called the birdies. There's a big cross bunker up ahead that has to be avoided for the second shot. If you're long enough, you can reach this par 5 and 2, but this green, there's so many undulations that it is anything other than flat.
He'll be happy with that in the fairway. Now
Le terrain descend. On va faire 130. Ça devrait être pas mal 130. Ouais, fonction nickel.
another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. And that's how you play the game, right there.
L'alignement.
This is an eagle putt. Good roll.
C'est tout ce qu'il nous manque.
Time to tee it up here at the 15th as we begin the closing stretch here at the Open Championship of the Old Course at St. Andrews.
There's a big steeple in the distance, so even when it starts to fog in a bit, if you can keep your eye on that, that's a good line off the tee. And you've got to keep it, your tee shot just short of this sort of heather, big crop of heather down the left side. It still leaves you a lengthy second shot, but really that's the safest way to try and play this par 4, 15th. Very good par 4.
Well, that one is deep.
Je préfère avoir, franchement, je vous le dis, je préfère avoir un chip qu'avoir le code de douche.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Franchement, je préfère avoir un chip. On va faire un chip. Le terrain il descend. On va le faire à 26. On va le laisser à 26. Ouais, je vais mettre à 27. Allez. Ouais, le passe au-dessus.
That will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
C'est comme vous voyez, la flèche là, hop là. On fait juste. Ah, tac. ça devrait être dedans.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for
même
par
avec les
here.
calculs,
Yeah,
etc.
there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Sur mes dernières
That
vidéos,
is a
jamais
solid par
suivre
putt.
la ligne de putt. Jamais.
16th hole is a par 4 here at the old course, Frank, with another one of those sort of funky features.
Yes, a series of 3 bunkers called the Principal's Nose, plus that out of bounds on the right. So really err on the side of caution, avoiding both the out of bounds and the Principal's Nose. Nothing wrong with going a little bit left here, but the further left you go, then it makes that second shot that much harder because you'll have to bring it across that little pot bunker in the front with the wedge.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in one.
Ça monte de 73. 73, c'était 74. Non, mais c'est énorme ce qu'il me demande. 0,73 M. 13,1. Ça fait 74. Ça fait 17. 20. Ça fait 20,03. 20,03. On va faire 20,04.
Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Yes, this
C'était un beau
putt for
putt,
birdie.
voilà.
Always love to hear the sound.
C'est un bon putt, c'est un bon putt. C'est un beau putt. Parce que franchement,
The famous 17th at the Open Championship, Frank. You begin to see the scoreboards, the grandstands, and you know all eyes are on you for the next couple of holes.
Yeah, this is one hole I think that anybody that goes to the old course certainly wants to play. Blind tee shot, you've got to flash it across the out of bounds and somehow find the fairway. If you go too safe down the left side, well, there's some heather to be chopping out of. Good tee shot certainly gives you a chance to hit it this beautiful green that's angled to the left, well protected by the road hole bunker. And if you're a little ambitious and a little strong, then there's a road itself and an out of bounds beyond the screen.
Deux carreaux au niveau du drapeau. Le drapeau, s'il se trouve là, vous voyez, ça fait un carreau là. 2. Et moi, je monte 2, 3. Voilà. Énorme. Ça devrait être pas mal. Et
What a shot.
Voilà. Vous voyez, voilà.
Right next to the hole.
C'est abusé. Ouais, quand vous arrivez là, que vous êtes bien placé comme ça, vous montez juste de 3 carreaux. Vous faites juste un swing normal.
Frank, here at the 18, so much history has been made through the years.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories. I remember Jack Nicklaus when he beat Doug Sanders in that playoff. The famous sort of short putt that Doug Sanders missed. But really, the great moment that stands out was Seve making that 15-footer across the hill in 1984 wearing the blue sweater. Not only did he win the Open Championship, but he beat a tremendous field that included Bernard Langer, Tom Watson, Fred Couples, Lanny Watkins, Faldo, and Greg Norman. It was an amazing Open Championship.
I love that fist pump. It was pure Seve, all that fire, all that passion came flying out, and that's where you just sort of fell in love with the game.
Mais moi, un conseil, n'hésitez pas à réduire. Et n'hésitez pas surtout, c'est à vous décaler sur la droite si vous êtes là, parce que vous allez voir que franchement.
Dry up next. Frank, this would be huge.
Oh, it's got that strut going, everything. This is when that hole starts to look a little bit bigger. You really feel like you can start to make everything.
Moi, je vais faire 2-5.
Has it. That's birdie.
Bon, bah voilà.
Frank, just some great golf here today.
That's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.